So, you find yourself marooned on a desert island such as this, and the only thing that you can do is try your best to survive. Now, I'm going to give you a few little tips that'll help you out on your first night. What you're going to want to do, first of all, is you're going to want to find yourselves a source of water. It's probably the most important thing that you can do, and I'd say the easiest way of doing that is by creating a solar still. So for that you're going to want one lashing, one tarp panel, and 3 rocks. So I've already got 2 rocks, so if we just pick up this rock, this rock, there we go, should have enough rocks. Now we need to find some tarp, and look at that, some right there. Now there's no guarantee that you'll have tarp on your island. If you haven't, then I'm sorry, but you're pretty much dead. You're gonna have to find yourselves another island rather quickly. For the meantime, if you can't, if you need to find yourself another island to find some tarp and find the stuff to make it, you can survive off coconuts. So if you go up to a coconut tree, palm tree, press the spacebar by default, you can climb up the tree, pick yourself a coconut or 2, and there it is in my hand right there. You can climb back down the tree, but to get into the coconut you're going to need something to crack it open. Now you can do this with a few different things, but there goes my coconut. Fastest way of doing it is by creating a stone tool. So grab that coconut back, throw it on the floor there. To create a stone tool you're going to need 2 rocks, and then you just whack it. There you go, drinkable coconut. Go to your inventory, left click, and you can have 1 drink out of that, and it should pop your hydration up by 1 bar. Now, the good thing about these coconuts is if you have a drink from it, and well, let me just get my stone tool because you won't have a refined knife yet. Just whack it a few times, pops open there, and then you've got your coconut halves, so you can eat those. Now, solar still. So you've got your rocks, you've got your tarp. What else do you need? You need lashings. Now to create lashings, I believe you need either 3 or 4. You need 4 fibrous leaves. And to get those, you're going to want to find young palm trees such as this. Cut them up, and then you collect your fibrous leaves. And then you're just going to go around and do that 3 more times until you've got enough to make your lashing. Now, you're going to want to make sure you hold on to that coconut if you haven't cut it up. If you have, that's okay, just climb another tree and grab another one. I'll explain that to you in a minute, but it is rather important. Okay, so once you've got those, you can make your lashing, there you go, and then you want to go back to your structures. And you should have enough there for your solar still. Now you're going to want to place this anywhere really, it doesn't really matter. And there it is. Now this over time will fill up with water. I'm not entirely sure how long it takes, but it should, between this and your coconuts, it should be enough to keep you going. And they're not very hard to make, so you could always make a few of them and dot them around. Now you're going to want to get yourself another coconut, because as of now, it used to be that you'd put a bucket under it and you'd catch the water in the bucket and drink it that way. But apparently they've removed buckets from the game. So grab a coconut. Well, grab the coconut. Drop it on the floor. Get your stone tool out. Crack those coconuts open. Pick them up. Drink the coconut juice, milk, whatever you want to call it. Now, when this is full, or has any amount of water in it, those droplets will turn white. And to drink from it, you can go up to it with a coconut. You can interact with it. It has to be an empty drinking coconut. You want to go up to it and you want to hold E to interact with it, and then that will fill up. It'll take one of the droplets away and put it inside of the coconut. So you're essentially using the coconut as a cup, and that'll keep you going. So I like to keep my coconut inside of it like that, so that I know where it is, and I can just run over to it, pick up my coconut, I fill it up, and I have my drink. And that's your water, your coconuts, and your solar still. Alright, so once you've made your solar still, you're going to want to make yourselves a shelter, somewhere to sleep and somewhere to rest your head during the night. Now, it's about 10:06 AM in the morning for us right now, so let's go ahead and have a look at what we're going to need to make ourselves a shelter. We're going to need 1 lashing. We know how to get that. That's 4 fibrous leaves. 4 palm fronds. Those, you get them from, the only way I've found so far of getting them is by chopping down a palm tree and then chopping off the leaves at the top. It's quite time consuming, but it's something that you need to do. So to get your palm fronds, that's how you do that. And to get your wooden sticks, you're just going to want to run around and collect them off the floor, or you can chop down small pine trees and get them that way. So I'm going to go around and I'm going to gather up all of those things that we need, and I will see you back when we've got all the requirements. Okay, so I'd recommend, if you're going to get the palm fronds, chopping down the smallest tree you could find. It just makes it a hell of a lot easier for yourself. So I'm going to do this the way that you do it, with your stone tool. Alright, so after about 3 years of chopping, that thing's finally gone down. Now, you don't need to bother with the trunk or anything. What you want is the palm bunch. You can feel free to grab the coconuts if there's any on it. So hack away at this palm bunch until it comes loose. Okay, there we go. It takes a considerable amount of time, but you should only have to do it once, and you should have enough to make your shelter. Now, sticks. Sticks, you'll just find them laying around on the floor. Ignore this. This is from my Stranded Deep series that's on my channel at the moment. Go check that out. We've got episodes 1 and 2 up at the moment. There we go. 1 stick, 2 sticks, 3 sticks. So it's really not hard to do. So I'll see you guys back at our little setup. Alright, so now we're back here at our little base. As you can see, the solar still's already filling up. It's got 1 little droplet of water. So I'll give you an example here. You take your empty drink and coconut, you go up to it, you hold E, fills it up, there you go, and then you have a drink. Same again, drink. And then once you're done, pop your coconut back in there, ready for your next one. Right, so I'll show you again how to make the lashings, because we're going to need a lashing for this. So you go to Tools, it'll be there, Lashings, you need 4 fibrous leaves, and you click on it. And there you go, there's your lashing. Now, go back to Structures, should have enough there for your shelter. You'll place your shelter wherever you want, it doesn't really matter. I think if you're playing on experimental, you'll want to place your shelter close to where you're having your fire to keep you warm. So there we go, we've got our solar still, that's our water supply along with our coconuts. We've got our shelter, which we can then use to save our game, or sleep. Bear in mind, when you go to sleep, you're going to want to sleep late at night, because if you go to sleep at, say, 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock when it gets dark, you're going to wake up at early hours of the morning, and it's still going to be dark. So, you know, it pays to work through the night sometimes. The next thing you're going to want to do, the most essential probably, other than water, would be to make yourself a fire, so that you can cook yourself some food, because you can't survive on coconuts alone, because they will run out eventually. So to make yourselves a fire, it really doesn't take much, it's just 4 sticks. So I'm going to run around and find those, and I'll see you back when I've got 4 sticks. Now again, I just want to point out that you can chop down these little pine trees to get yourself sticks if you can't find any laying around. Right, there you go, that's 4 sticks, but take my tip here and grab an extra 2, because you're going to need them for the kindling. Otherwise you're not going to be able to light your fire. Go back into your menu with C, campfire. I'm just going to put it by here. There's our campfire. Now you're going to need kindling, which is under Tools. You need 2 sticks for that, that's why I told you to pick up those extra 2. And create that. And there it is, there's your kindling. Now go over to your fire, hold E, and left click your mouse button repeatedly until the fire lights. Alright, now that we've got a fire lit, I like to keep my kindling next to my fire. You press Q to drop items there. I like to keep that there because there's not really any need to carry it around. Now, we've got our fire, we've got our water, we've got our bed, we need some food. So what I'd recommend doing is crafting yourself a crude spear, or rather a fishing spear, probably be more useful for you. So you want to find that, that's on the list there. You need 1 stick, really simple stuff. So go out and find your 1 stick. Alright, now that we've got our 1 stick, we're going to come back to our menu, we're going to turn it into a fishing spear. There you go. Now, a really good food source is crabs. They're just everywhere, and they're so simple to get a hold of. And you want to interact with that, so I just drop it usually, and then I go like that, and there's our crab. So we'll get ourselves 1 more. Hey, come here, mate. Sacrifice yourself for us, little buddy. There we go. Drop it. Take the crab. Take your spear, and take the other crab. Let's head over on back to our base. Alright, so you got your crabs back, you drop them on the floor there. Alright, so we've got our crabs now. What we need to do now is we need to make a refined knife, because this stone tool isn't going to be able to get through the crab shells. So to make a refined knife, you're going to need a stone tool, 1 stick and 1 lashing. So we'll take our stone tool, we'll go find ourselves 1 stick and our lashing. Alright, so we've got everything we need. We have our 1 stick, our lashing, and our stone tool, and you're going to want to make it. There you go. And that's all you need. Now you go over to your crabs, you hold E to skin them. Your guy will cut his own stomach open and produce a piece of meat, and then the crab will disappear. Alright, now that you've got your meat, go into your inventory, get the meat, drop it on the floor, get it all nice and sandy, right click on it and hold, and drag it onto your fire. And then come back in a while and check if it's done. And once it's done, it will say cooked small meat on it. And then you just want to eat it. And that should keep you going for a while. Alright guys, that should be you set for your first night. You've got your water, you've got your food, your fire, your bed, you've got your knife, your kindling, and your coconuts. Alright guys, I hope you found this video even the slightest bit helpful for anyone that was struggling on this. I know a lot of people start up this game and then they keep getting killed on their first night, or they keep dying of dehydration. So that's just a handy little guide, hopefully. If you did like it, don't forget to leave a like on the video. If you want to see more of Stranded Deep from me, I have got a series running at the moment. We've got episodes 1 and 2 out as of now. It's more sort of cinematic kind of series, so there's gameplay, but I add in my own music and my own effects and all that kind of stuff. So thanks for watching, don't forget to drop a like, and I'll see you guys next time.
You there, yes you, the one watching this video, subscribe to In the Jungle right now. Go on, I'll wait. Have you done it? Good, real good.